But now you can't get a ride to come and go to court. Don't show up for court. Come on. I mean, I can let a lot go, but all right.
Right out the gate, the judge isn't buying excuses. Missing court isn't a small mistake. It's a direct challenge to court's authority. And legally, that's how you end up with a bench warrant real quick.
So he pled in front of me back on June the 5th, actually in front of Judge Hessen, and then we set it for sentence, failed to appear June 26th. Then a bench warrant was issued, and then he was arraigned on July 28th by Judge Hessen. And this was set for sentencing today.
My friend's 15th birthday. Her and her husband are on vacation with her.
You want to say anything?
Oh, I will, Your Honor. My client realizes the error in his decision, in particular, he went to go see his child who he hadn't seen in at least 6 months. His mother refused to allow him to have any contact with the child. He knew he was trespassed at the time. We've taken the time to talk, and he understands that there is a proper legal route to resolve that circumstance. I told him he need to go to family court. You get that worked out, get some official parenting time, so forth and so on. He understands that. He really understood it during his time since he's been incarcerated. There was a better way. So I make sure he understands there's an option to not be put in this situation in the future. He does not plan to be in this situation ever again, Your Honor. He's learned from this. My client's been in jail now about 5-6 days.
And he's also got about 14 warrants out for him. You don't show up in court.
Well, Your Honor, my understanding is, from talking to my client, is that he has been steadily taking care of these matters. He's in the process of that. There's some outstanding.
This was run July 28th.
Well, again, Your Honor, he's in the process. He knows there's still some matters he needs to clear up. But he's a young man, he's 25, you know, he's made some mistakes, so he's tired of going through this process, Your Honor. I'm hoping the court will take that consideration here in sentencing.
Scale of 1 to 10, you respect.
Wow, that line right there? That's not just sarcasm. That's a warning. Judges look at behavior patterns, not just one incident. Mississippi court dates, pile up warrants, and suddenly it's not about the original charge anymore. It's about your attitude toward the law itself. What do you think? Fair or too harsh?
For the system is a negative 7,816. I don't know who you think you are. I don't know who you think you are. I don't understand this. You don't show up for court.
Okay. I live in Livonia. I don't have means of transportation. I don't have a vehicle. Typically, I drive a bike or I use the bus. Due to the fact that this courthouse is in Woodhaven, there's no active bus line for me to reach my location. I do have outstanding warrants. 90% of them are for driving. I don't drive anymore.
You know what?
This is my last court case or active warrant for Flat Rock, or I should say even this district in general. I'm working at one city at a time. Currently, I'm working on Flat Rock. My family's leaving from this area, so I should too. I made a mistake, and
mistakes are one thing. Not showing up in court is another. I want you to think about what you just told me. I know there's this big prevailing attitude now that let's do everything by Zoom. Then people don't have to get rides. They don't have to walk. They don't have to take a bicycle. I get it. I've said this to my closest friends multiple times, and I will say it to you, Mr. Burton. There's only one of three ways you come in here to this courthouse. There's 7 cities and townships. You either live here, you drove here, or you got a ride here. It's the only way. Unless you're taking a helicopter or something, I don't know. There's only one of three ways you can make it into this jurisdiction, in front of judges here. And I love when I hear that, because it's like, really, you could get here to commit the crime, but now you can't get a ride to come and go to court. You were just here. This incident just happened back on May 29th. You were in this jurisdiction. How'd you get here?
I rode a bike.
You rode a bike from Livonia to Walnut Creek Apartments?
Correct.
Well, then you could have ridden a bike to get here for court.
Also, there was a little bit of confusion because I had another case with Flat Rock. I thought everything, once I was completed with probation, I didn't fully understand that I had another trespass.
Son, I just want you to think about what I said. This is a trespass. This is not the biggest case I'm going to see in the next 20 minutes. I just want you to think about what you're saying and what you're doing here.
I understand I need to take responsibility for my actions.
And it didn't sound like you did. Where were you working?
Well, I did have a really good job. Actually, I was supposed
Where?
to start on Monday.
Wait a minute.
As a distribution.
We're supposed to start Monday?
Yeah, but
Everybody's starting work when they get put in jail. I was supposed to start a job that day. Where?
it's in Melvindale.
What's the name of it?
Adam's Distribution.
If I get on the, who'd you deal with? Who hired you? What was his name?
It was the security guard.
A security guard. What's his name?
Her name was Miss Oldman.
They're gonna hire you in security?
Yes.
So if I get on the phone right now and I call Ms. Oakman at that location, you're telling me she's gonna verify that you were supposed to start a job on Monday?
If you could contact her, it's a U.S. import plant. So it's very difficult to.
There's nowhere for them to look at that.
Hey, I need you to mute, thank you.
The bottom line is, if you would call her, she would verify that you were at some job.
Is this the only case he's in custody on?
That's my understanding, Your Honor.
I mean,
But I suggest the court sentence him to 7 days jail time. So you've been in jail for 7 days. Get time to think about it. It's not that it's,
I can promise you now that I will not be returning back to Flat.
what day were you picked up on the warrant? Judge Hessen arraigned you
Sunday.
on Monday. Well, that's not 7 days, that's 5 days, right?
well, the original charge, he was in custody, I think, for a couple of days when he got arrested on this matter. It was at least 2 days there, so I understand.
Mr. Burton, anything else?
No, Your Honor.
Did you graduate?
Yes.
Well, you hesitated. You either did or didn't. If you didn't, you just be honest with me. I'm telling you, you didn't.
No, I didn't graduate.
Well, then why'd you tell me you did?
I don't know, I just feel better for the case.
I know, you can tell the judge whatever you want, and you think the judge will buy it.
Well, Your Honor, I think my client might be a little embarrassed about that fact.
Oh, come on. I mean, listen, I know what you're doing here. You're doing a great job. I love working with you, or having you representing these individuals. But, come on. I mean, I can let a lot go, but I think I want to call Ms. Oakland. Do you have a phone
Her
number?
number.
Pardon?
I don't even know her number.
You weren't going to get a job there, were you?
I had to appear in person on Monday.
Sir, you didn't get hired there, did you? You were going to get an interview, right?
Correct.
Well, then why'd you tell me you got hired if you were just getting interviewed?
It was almost certain that I was gonna be working there.
Who told you that?
The security guards themselves, I just needed to show up to the interview.
I can't justify keeping you in jail. Listen to me very carefully. This is the beauty of the system. And I don't care if you're in this courtroom or down the hall or in any courtroom. We have a sense.
And here's the twist. Despite all the excuses, contradictions, and missed chances, the judge pivots to fairness. This is where courtroom reality hits. Sometimes it's not about what you deserve. It's about what the system can justify. One last chance, but the clock is ticking.
sense of fairness about us. And sir, that is the only thing that's going to save you here. Because I cannot rationalize putting in somebody in jail for longer because they were going over, even in violation of a do not enter this property order, to go visit their child. If you come back on it again, you're gonna have a massive problem with me. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
I'll give you a chance. 200 fines, 200 costs, 75 victims' rights fee, $50 justice assessment, 40 in attorney fees. Your total's 565. 12 days jail, credit 7. I'll let you serve the other 5 days to community service. And I'm going to give you all the way until September 30 to complete 40 hours of community service to satisfy that. I do not expect you to go back to Walnut Creek Apartments. Do we understand one another?
Yes.
You are very lucky that I need to go home and look myself in the mirror, and I'm not going to be overly harsh with you, even though you probably, for the whole segment here, deserve that. I'm going to let you pay this at the rate of $30 per week, and I'm going to start this beginning on September.
Yes.
If you don't have the money, you call the court, we'll go on Zoom. Look, I don't think you're coming back, but I'm telling you, if you don't, you're going to serve the remaining, when you come in on the warrant, you are going to serve the remaining time in jail. Do you understand that? And that remaining time in jail will be an additional. Bert, Mr. Bert, time to grow up. Time to grow up. Good luck.
Thank you, Your Honor.